Hi everyone, I thought I'd just do a season sort of recap and the plans for 2022. So overall I had a really good season, really enjoyed my re-entry into grass track. I did it as a youth rider for a couple of 3 years, but I was pretty crap, but rode with Kent Youth Grass Track Club for a few seasons and then went off motocrossing after that and lots of other things in between on two wheels. But yeah, great to be back in the grass track paddock and you know, it's still as friendly and open as I remember, so that's been really good. I've written some notes, so yeah, just a bit of a recap on the 2021 season and the sort of plans for 2022 really. So my first race was at Kingsland with the dirt track events. That was absolutely awesome, really well run events, really enjoyed that. Had a cracking time there and obviously met lots of the GT140 gang at the meeting, and they were ever so helpful and had a few bike problems, but we got through it in the end, a couple of carburettor issues, etc. But yeah, overall that meeting went well. I missed the final by one spot, which was really annoying, but you know, can't expect too much on your first meeting, so that was that one. So I came away from there, but overall the bike ran really well. Then the second race was Frinton on the Saturday at the youth championships. Yeah, first time on the grass with the bike and really enjoyed that. Quite a tricky course, kept messing up the bottom corner there and going really wide, but you know, got the just about scraped in and got the last spot in the final, so that was my first final I made in the GT140, which was cool. Unfortunately finished last in that one, but just didn't have the pace that day, so there we go. Then the next one I did after that was the classic grass track meeting at Ugley in Essex. They split the GT140 group, so we had a sort of over 50s and then an under 50s. So I was in the youth group, but that was cool. That's a good racing with you know, Adam Shipp was there, he won. Danny Curl, Chris Still, and then I got myself a fourth. So that went really well. Enjoyed that meeting. That was good fun, and sort of learned to push the front a bit harder into the corners, and got some good advice off Chris, who's been really helpful all year, to be fair. Then after that meeting, I went on to the donut meeting at Southen. That was the weekend after. That was a good meeting, really enjoyed that. It was the first time really slid the bike around the whole corner, which was quite an achievement on a GT140, but you know, it was super grassy and wet in the morning, so that was really good fun. Yeah, again, went pretty well at that meeting. Qualified 8th, and there was quite a stacked field there. Unfortunately, there was an accident in the first final. I think I was sat in about 5th or 6th in that. Unfortunately, Paul Smith tucked the front and then Chevsky hit him, but thankfully he was okay. Then in the rerun, I got myself a 5th place in the rain, so the old motocross skills were coming in there, which was good. So yeah, again, another great meeting. Well, I keep saying they're all good meetings, but they are all good fun. And then the last one I did of the season for me was GW Racing in Suffolk. So you know, had a really good time there. Had all the family from Ipswich there and cheering us on. So I think I had the best fans in the paddock that day, which was cool. Yeah, I got my first heat win. So heat 1, I won it, which was amazing. So it's the first race I've ever won in my motorcycling career, which is pretty cool at the age of 41. So that was really nice and a good feeling to do that. Unfortunately, the rest of the day didn't go quite as planned. My bloody seat broke again after repairing it and gluing it and putting an insert in, etc. So that's gone in the bin, and we're going to do something next for 2022 with the bike. Yeah, so then had a cracking final, had a good battle with Carl and Connor, so that was really good fun, and I managed to get myself a 3rd place. So Paul Smith won the GW meeting, and then Jed, the Godfather, he was 2nd, couldn't quite catch him. I got close at the end, but just had the legs on me in that one, and got myself my first pot, which was cool. So I managed to keep it in the house for 2 weeks, which is pretty good, before the wife said get it out and put it in your office, which is where we are now. So that was quite an achievement as well. So that was a brilliant meeting and good fun having all the family there cheering us on. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed all my vlogs and bike building things. You know, I sort of did it for myself to look back at when I'm an old man, to see how the grass track thing went when I gave that a go. And some of the views and feedback have been really good. So I've had a few people in the paddock saying, "Oh, you're that bloke off YouTube," which was quite funny. So yeah, and a few thank yous really. So thanks to Dad. He's done quite a lot of work on the bike this year, on his lathe and making things for me and knocking bits up and welding stuff together for me. So you know, big thanks to you, Dad. Thanks to the family for obviously supporting us, letting us go racing, and doing all that fun stuff of a weekend. And thanks to all the grass track paddock, really, or family, I'd say now. You know, we've got a really good close-knit team of people in the GT140s, and just generally people in grass track have been super welcoming and giving tons of advice and things like that, which is brilliant. So, you know, that's really made part of the racing, you know, having, you know, spending time with friends in a field is pretty cool, you know, and the camaraderie within the GT140 group is brilliant, you know. So after every final or heat, you know, we're often sat after the finish line having a chat about who did what and this and that. So that's awesome to see, and certainly a lot different from some of the other paddocks I've been in over the years. So 2022, so we'll be back out again on the GT140 again. So still got quite a lot to learn with the whole grass track thing. So we'll be doing some updates to the bike. Yeah, we're going to do an engine swap for a new Z140 I've got, so that should have a bit more power rather than my tired old YX140. Plus we're going to do some updates to the bike and get rid of that pesky seat. So we're going to do some, get some new plastics from Edge composites and get those fitted on the bike, which will sort of modernise the bike a bit and sort of sort that seat issue out as well. So that's the plans, and yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you've all enjoyed my little videos and things, and hopefully it's got to a few people that haven't seen grass track before, you know. So some of the views have been pretty good on YouTube, you know. Some of the videos have had over 30,000 views, which is pretty good for just a bloke on an iPhone. So hopefully that's got people a bit more interested in coming and have a go at grass track and enjoying the GT140 class. So there you go, that's it from me. I'll probably do another build series on the bike as we get the bits and pieces in. We'll do some tinkering over the winter and get it improved and get a bit more competitive for next season. So bid you farewell, and hopefully I'll see some of you over the winter, or if we have a bit of a social get together, and I'll catch you next season.